Hello there. Did you know that, in 2010, 33 men disappeared underground for more than 2 months, and all of them came back alive? No? Alright. Let me tell you what actually happened. It was just another workday at the San Jose mine in northern Chile. Nothing special. Same early start, same descent underground, same routine they'd followed for years. No alarms, no warning signs. No one thought that morning would turn into something the whole world would later watch. The mine sits near Copiapo, right in the Atacama Desert. Above ground, it's one of the driest places on Earth. Almost no rain, almost no life. Below ground, though, it's the opposite. Heat builds up fast, the air gets heavy, and the rock isn't solid like people imagine. It's layered, cracked, and unpredictable. Everyone working there knew the mine wasn't safe. Small collapses happened before. They were part of the job. You hear a noise, you stop, you wait, and eventually you go back to work. That's how it usually goes. About an hour into the shift, some of the miners noticed a low sound. Not loud, not sharp, more like pressure. A deep vibration in the rock. A few of them paused. Others kept working. No one panicked. Then the lights flickered. Dust rushed through the tunnels so fast it felt like breathing sand. You couldn't see more than a few steps ahead. And when everything finally went quiet, they understood something important. The main access tunnel was gone. Completely blocked. At first they didn't rush. That might sound strange, but panic underground is dangerous. They gathered, counted each other, checked for injuries. Everyone was alive. That felt like a small victory already. They waited for rescue sounds, sirens, drills, anything. Hours passed, then a full day. The air felt warmer, thicker, and the silence started to feel heavier than the rock above them. They were nearly 700 meters underground. That's deeper than 2 Eiffel Towers stacked on top of each other. Even if rescuers knew exactly where they were, getting down to them wouldn't be fast. The refuge chamber became their only safe space. It wasn't big, it wasn't comfortable, and it definitely wasn't designed for 33 people. It was meant to keep a small group alive for a short emergency. Not this. When they checked the food, reality hit hard. A few cans of tuna, some crackers, powdered milk. Enough for maybe 2 days under normal conditions. Someone did the math out loud. No one argued. They decided to ration immediately. Not tomorrow. Not later. Right then. Each man would get a few bites every couple of days. Hunger didn't hurt at first. It just stayed. Quiet. Constant. Water was taken from industrial tanks used for machines. Warm. Metallic. But thirst doesn't negotiate. You drink what you have. The heat underground never really dropped. Around 30 degrees Celsius, sometimes more. Sweat soaked everything and never dried. Sleeping felt impossible. Time stopped making sense. Someone suggested structure, rules, a schedule. Without it, fear would take over. So they chose leaders, assigned tasks, cleaning, ration control, even exercise, just to keep their bodies from giving up completely. Days passed, then more days. No rescue sounds, no signals. Above ground, engineers drilled blindly into the earth. Precision mattered. If the drill missed by even a small angle, it could pass right by them without anyone knowing. Each attempt took days. Some failed completely. Below ground, the men listened. Every vibration raised hope. Every silence crushed it again. Imagine not knowing if anyone even remembers you're there. After 17 days, something finally happened. A drill broke through the ceiling of the refuge chamber. Just for a moment, enough for air, enough for sound. Enough to remind them they weren't buried forever. They attached a note to the drill bit before it was pulled back up. Simple words, carefully written. We are well in the refuge, the 33. Hope came back fast, and hope is dangerous. Because once you have it, losing it hurts more than hunger ever did. Rescue planning began immediately, but survival still wasn't guaranteed. Weeks underground change the human body. Muscles weaken, blood pressure drops. Sudden movement can be fatal. Bringing them up too fast could kill them. The tunnel they drilled was narrow, barely wider than a human body, so they built a capsule, steel, tight, no room to turn. One man at a time. If it got stuck halfway up, there was no easy fix. Think about that for a second. Would you climb inside? They did. Each ascent took around 15 minutes. Slow, controlled. Oxygen monitored constantly. Some miners closed their eyes. Some stared straight ahead. Some just listened to the sound of metal scraping rock, wondering if it would suddenly stop. When the first miner reached the surface, the desert erupted. Cheers, tears, relief. But underground, the others were still waiting, listening to the same silence they'd lived with for over 2 months. One by one, they came up, thinner, weaker, squinting at sunlight that felt almost painful. Doctors checked them immediately. Hearts, blood pressure, balance. Gravity itself felt unfamiliar after so long. After 69 days underground, the last miner reached the surface. All 33 survived. But not everything stayed behind in the mine. Many later spoke about strange dreams, hallucinations, losing track of days completely. Without sunlight, the brain forgets when to sleep, when to wake, when to rest. That kind of isolation leaves marks you can't see. The mine was closed forever, too unstable, too dangerous. The mountain wasn't trusted again. Sometimes I think about that chamber still there, deep underground, silent now. And I wonder what really kept them alive all that time. The food? The rescue teams? Or the decision they made early on, not to let fear run the place? If you were trapped that deep, with no clear end in sight, what would you hold on to? You know what stays with me about this story? It's not the drilling machines, not the cameras, not even the rescue. It's the fact that, in a place where panic could have ended everything, they chose something else. They chose order. They chose patience. They chose each other. Sometimes survival isn't about being strong or brave. Sometimes it's about not giving fear the final word.